assure you, Hillary, there is nothing wrong with the size of my hands, nor anything else in my body.
Again, I ask Mr. Trump, if he has nothing to hide, then why not release his tax returns?
Hey, Crooked Hillary, I'm pretty sure I emailed you the tax returns, but you probably deleted them.
Yes, Cosmo would like to ask the next question. That was a very good question.
Actually, Wally, I'd like to answer first, if you don't mind.
Cosmo, no. It's all right. His name is Cosmo.
Here he goes with his wall again. Let me ask you, how are you going to build such a big wall with those little tiny hands?
Now let me add something, and I have the best words for this. I build things. And I built a lot of things, amazing big things.
No. And the only one she talked to was Sidney Blumenthal, who's her friend, and not a good guy, by the way. So, you know, she shouldn't be talking about that. Now, tweeting happens to be a modern-day form of communication. I mean, you can like it or not like it. I have, between Facebook and Twitter, I have almost 25 million people. It's a very effective way of communication. So you can put it down, but it is a very effective form of communication. I'm not unproud of it, to be honest with you.
Secretary Clinton, does Mr. Trump have the discipline to be a good leader?
No.
I'm shocked to hear that.
Well, it's not only my opinion, it's the opinion of many others, national security experts, Republicans, former Republican members of Congress. But it's in part because those of us who have had the great privilege of seeing this job up close and know how difficult it is, and it's not just because I watched my husband take a $300 billion deficit and turn it into a $200 billion surplus, and 23 million new jobs were created, and incomes went up for everybody. Everybody. African-American incomes went up 33%. And it's not just because I worked with George W. Bush after 9/11. And I was very proud that when I told him what the city needed, what we needed to recover, he said, "You've got it," and he never wavered. He stuck with me. And I have worked, and I admire President Obama. He inherited the worst financial crisis since the Great Depression. That was a terrible time for our country.
You have to move along.
9 million people
Secretary
lost
Clinton,
their
we
jobs,
have to-
5 million homes were lost,
Secretary
and
Clinton, we're
$13
moving
trillion
on.
in family wealth was wiped out. We are back on the right track. He would send us back into recession with his tax plans.
Secretary Clinton, we are moving to an audience question. We're almost out of time. We have
the
another.
slowest growth
Mr. Trump, we're
since
moving to an audience question.
1929. It is, our country
Mr. Trump,
has the
Secretary
slowest growth,
Clinton, we
and
want to get
jobs
to
are a
the audience.
disaster.
Thank you very much, both of you.
These hands. Now look at Hillary's hands. I clearly have a bigger dick than Hillary.
Well, Donald, you always know how to start things off classy.
Oh my God, fake Hillary. Are you doing that fake smile and fake laugh at the same time? I can't even. That's just too much.
You can call me fake all you want, but I'm not the one who's running their campaign like a reality show.
I can only hope that children at home are not watching this. You sound like you're about to fly out of here on a broomstick with that laugh. Listen to it. It's very frightening. Excuse me. It's very frightening.
All right, guys. All right. Let's continue on here. Our first question is for Secretary Clinton. Trump recently said that you were such a failure at everything that you couldn't even keep your husband satisfied. Do you think comments like this are appropriate coming from a presidential candidate?
Donald's comments were disgraceful. And it's proof, once again, that he has serious problems when it comes to disparaging women.
That's got to be the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Fake Hillary is talking about how I treat women. Her own husband got his knob slobbed by a chubby 20-year-old intern at the Oval Office, or the Oral Office, whatever you want to call it.
My husband is not running for president, and I am not going to give you the satisfaction.
You okay there, Hillary? Or you got a fur ball?
The satisfaction of responding to those comments.
Oh, I believe that. The last time you gave any man satisfaction was when Nixon was president. Notice I didn't say woman.
You're not going to win this presidency by insulting people.
No, I don't insult people. I just insult...
You just tried to insult me.
Excuse me, I'm talking here, Hillary. Jesus, what is it, that time of the month?
Stay on the tracks on policy?
My guess is no, and that's basically because up until this point, Donald Trump has not been able to stick to policy. I think that Clinton will focus on policy as much as possible, but she will continue to reiterate that this is a race about judgment. And usually at this point in a race, it comes down to those undecideds, it comes down to the soccer moms. But right now, Clinton is leading by over 20% with women, the women that would be undecided. Not only that, you have evangelical women who are leaving Donald Trump's support from supporting him. So these are the types of comments that reiterate, not just to women, but to men, to people who are looking for a candidate who can make the right decisions,